Hey friends, what's up? Welcome back to another video. Today I have so much to share with you, so let's jump right in. The first thing I need you to do is give this video a huge thumbs up and make sure you're subscribed so you never miss a new video by me. I post every single week and I'm doing Vlogmas this year. I'm doing a little bit of a different spin on Vlogmas. I'm doing the 12 days of Vlogmas. We're gonna see 12 videos from me in 23 days. But that's not all. I'm doing a hybrid style. So not only are you going to see those 12 videos, you're also going to see some shorts, some quick 1-minute shorts here on YouTube. So in total, in 23 days, you're gonna see 23 different forms of video from me, short and long style content. So I hope you subscribe. And of course, follow me over on Instagram for real life content. But today, I'm gonna share with you some of my fun finds from the Dollar Tree. I'm not a huge Dollar Tree fan. I used to be, and then inflation happened, and I feel like so hit or miss, but I feel like some of the things I found today, you're really gonna enjoy. And of course, anytime I find a good item for my kitchen or just like a good find, I feel like I want to share it with you guys so you can find it too. Plus, I'm gonna share with you 2 simple dinner ideas. Since I was at the Dollar Tree, I figured why not grab something to pick up for dinner to also share. And the serving sizes come out to 60 cents per serving, which is amazing. And of course, we're gonna get into some awesome, easy, budget-friendly holiday gift ideas. But first, let's get into my little must-have from the Dollar Tree haul. Personally, I don't buy very many food items anymore at the Dollar Tree unless it's like, yes, we need to buy this, it's a great deal. I feel like before they changed their prices, you could find some really great deals and some really good sizes, but they've shrank their sizes, and I feel like with the prices, it's sometimes not worth it. I will say the items that I'll share with you in my little grocery haul in a little bit, totally worth it. And if you can find this item, highly recommend. This is a vegetable bouillon, and it was $1 per container. They had a lot of them. They also have chicken and beef, but like, have you met me? I don't need either of those things. 31 servings per container for just $1. If you don't want to make your own veggie broth, or maybe you want this on hand for emergencies to throw in soups, stews, pastas, salad dressings, sauces, anything like that, I highly recommend picking one of these up. I feel like for this price and 31 servings, this is something that's a pantry staple. I'll grab a couple of these when necessary, pop them in my pantry so I have them on hand. And this would be really good for one of the holiday gift ideas I have for you later in today's video. One of my subscribers actually told me about this item, and I'd never seen it at my dollar store until today. This is a veggie scrubber. So if you are scrubbing your potatoes, your carrots, your celery, anything that you want to scrub, usually I soak everything in the sink with a little bit of vinegar and cold water as soon as I get home from the store. But if you can find one of these, it'd be great for your potatoes. It was $1. And honestly, this is like a great stocking stuffer. Maybe you know someone who just moved into their own house or is getting their own apartment. Head to the Dollar Tree and check out their kitchen section. Honestly, that's my favorite section in the whole store because I feel like for $1.25, you can pick up little odds and ends that really help you out in your own kitchen. This is a must pick up. Okay, if you're like me, you're constantly losing your kitchen scissors. By you losing them, I mean your husband takes them out to the garage and uses them for something that he needs them for, and they never make their way back. It's totally fine. It's fine, it's really fine. But this is actually a name brand scissors. It's the McCormick's, which like, did anyone else think they made scissors? Because I didn't know they did. But it's the McCormick's scissors, and it was $1.25. And I feel like this is great. So you can have a couple extra scissors on hand. Maybe you have the butcher block with the scissors in it. I personally don't. I just pick these up every so often. And if I lose them, I don't feel too bad because they didn't cost me that much. But again, if you're looking for a housewarming gift, someone's moving into an apartment, going away to college, you're looking just to put together a little care package maybe, put in a kitchen scissors. They're lifesavers. This is a lime squeezer, but I'm also gonna use it as a lemon squeezer. I have no idea what happened to my lemon squeezer, but every time I go to the grocery store or to Target, I always have it on my list. It's literally been on my list for over a year since we moved into this house. So I guess like 11-ish months. I can't get myself to buy one for like $9 to $12. So I saw this lemon squeezer at the Dollar Tree, and I thought for $1.25, I'm gonna get it. Lemon lime, I feel like it's interchangeable just depending on the size of your lemon, but it was $1. And for $1, $1.25, excuse me. I always think $1. But for $1.25, this is also something that you can have as a kitchen necessity, super cheap. It feels like good quality, I mean, for the price. So head out and grab one of these. The handy dandy ever spatula. I have a great aunt that would call these a spatula. She was German, and she would also call a tarantula a tarantula. So little known fact if you want to call this a spatula like I do. Anyways, for $1.25, I always feel like these are really good. They're not super great for high heat, but if you're just mixing up something really quick like a sauce, have them on hand, wonderful. If you're making Play-Doh at home, wonderful. If you need just a quick utensil, wonderful. I actually have a couple mini ones from the Dollar Tree, which they didn't have today, and they've lasted me over a year. So I feel like these are great. I really like to have them on hand, like I said, for sauces, not high heat things, but like lower temp things. I love having them on hand. Plus the last set of spatulas that I got on Amazon, if you guys saw my video where literally one just broke, so many of you chimed in and said you had the same set as I do. It's like a wooden handle and it has like a little piece of metal in it with the silicone. So many of you said they literally only lasted you like 5 to 6 months, maybe a year, and they were broken. And they were not exactly cheap, so I'll buy the one for like $1, okay? That's what's in my kitchen. Okay, this is partially a gift idea, partially I feel like this is a must buy. If you have a little person in your house that's learning to write, highly recommend grabbing this dry erase board. It's actually the ones with the lines in it, plus it's only $1.25, and of course pick up some dry erase markers for your own meal plan board. If you have one in your kitchen like I do, then you always have some on hand, but also for the little person's board, because they're gonna wanna practice their letters, and there's nothing better than dry erase when practicing so that they can feel like they can erase it if they mess up and start over, versus paper, which can be kind of frustrating. So it's a mini gift idea. If you know a little who's just starting to write, practice their letters, highly recommend this as a gift. Just put a little bow on it and you're good. I feel like we overthink gifts to the extreme. We always think, you know, gifts have to be perfect, but let's go back to being thoughtful and inexpensive, and let's have fun with gifts. So I highly recommend this one if you have a little in your house or if you're looking for a great gift. I can't even get them all. I will say, I do think that the Dollar Tree spices are definitely a go-to. I check the prices at my Smith's Co. and my Albertsons, and I find that this is the best per ounce, if you will. Best deal of the day was finding this rosemary, crushed rosemary, for $1.25. It was on my list to get at my local Smith's or Albertsons, and it was definitely double the cost there. So, and I know a lot of people will tell me to look at the seasonings to make sure the ingredients don't have additional things in them. Usually the ones I pick up just have the one ingredient. Like this one is just chili powder, this one is just garlic powder. So there's nothing additional in the ones I typically buy, but I feel like seasonings are a great purchase from the Dollar Tree, and you're gonna see what I'm gonna do with all of these seasonings here later in this video. This video is making me so happy. Just a lot of things that I really love to share. I love to give gifts, but I feel like I'm not very good at it. So I always try to give gifts that I know the other person's going to really enjoy. And I like homemade gifts. I like food gifts. I like everything. This video is just food gifts. And if you're wondering, I'm putting them together and I'm doing small little portions. This one I'm showing you here is a little cookie gift. I'm putting all the mix in this little jar I got from the Dollar Tree. I got this back in the summertime, but they still have them at my Dollar Tree. And I know you can buy Dollar Tree items in bulk online. So if you want to go to dollartree.com, you can do that. I will also leave the recipes in a blog post so you can check them out too if you're wondering what I'm doing. But this is just a simple vegan cookie. I'm going to put it together, and I'll probably put together close to a dozen of these. This year I feel like I have a lot of friends. Last year, I did not have a social life. This year, somehow, I have a social life. And I thought, how can I make inexpensive gifts, but like make them fun? And this is a vegan cookie. So instead of eggs and butter, I'm doing applesauce and a ground flax egg. And I'll share with you here in a little bit how I'm putting the recipes together, because I think this will be also very fun if you've never thought of doing the recipes via Canva. So you can kind of make them your own. This one's not done yet. I need a lid for this jar. And I also thought I had some applesauce in my pantry, like the little half-cup packets I could send with for this. But I have time to put this all together myself. But I, of course, want to get these ideas up for you guys. So I'll probably put together about a dozen of these. They're half cookies, so they'll be about 20 cookies, 18 or so. So this is the little recipe card that I made really quickly on Canva last night. Took me about 2 minutes. If you don't use Canva, I'll link it down below. I'm not affiliated with them, but I use them for a lot of projects. It's really, really simple. There's a lot of free designs, or you can just completely design your own. I just typed in, as you saw, recipe cards, and then picked one of the ones I liked. This one stuck out to me. I like the colors of it. And then I just edited it. You just customize the template. It's really, really simple. You can also pay for Canva Pro and then do so much more. So if you're someone who's like really, wanting to do a bunch of stuff. But I thought this would be really easy and helpful to share with you guys. Like, this is what I am doing for my little food recipes. And you can do this yourself too at home. All you have to do is print this out, or you can email it to them. You can download it, send it to them, whatever you want to do. I'm going to print these out and put them on the little bags that I have made. And I think it'll just be really fun and festive. And then, it's kind of like a little holiday note. You can include whatever you want, include the directions. And yeah, I like it. I like homemade gifts. It makes me feel like I've put a lot of time and effort into it. And I like that they can be really inexpensive or really expensive depending on how much you want to spend. But I highly recommend checking out Canva. Fine and raw chocolate is another gift that I will be giving as a food gift this year. They're 100% organic, fair trade ingredients. They're awesome. They're gluten-free, dairy-free, sweetened with coconut sugar, absolutely no cane sugar. They're plant-based/vegan, and they're sustainably shipped. And they're the real deal. They are a healthy Nutella. Don't get me wrong. They are still delicious and creamy, but there's only 5 ingredients or less. And they are 50 to 70% hazelnuts. If you guys didn't know, Nutella is roughly 70% palm oil and refined sugar. So these are creamy and dreamy. We've been eating this jar for quite some time. We've been enjoying it. I made my husband a little English muffin this day because he wanted dessert after dinner. And you'll see those dinners here in a little bit, but they're so good. All of the hazelnuts for fine and raw are grown in Oregon. Most of the world's hazelnuts actually come from Turkey, where they don't actually practice fair trade. So it's awesome that they're grown here right in the United States. You can use them with fruit, toast, smoothies, anything you want. You can just have a spoonful. I had a spoonful on my oatmeal. Oh my gosh, to die for. This is literally the best thing that you could ever eat with a spoon. But that's not all that Fine and Raw has. They have an entire chocolate selection. So if you are like not into the Nutella, they have everything and anything. I was browsing their website, and I have so much stuff right now in my cart thinking of other people. My husband loves chocolate. He is someone who you buy chocolate for every year. That's my husband. He likes really rich dark chocolates. A lot of his friends do. So it's on their website. And I don't know if you guys like whiskey truffles. They have what's called like a whiskey chunky. They also have truffles. I have, like I said, a lot of these in my basket. So you have a lot of things to choose from. They don't just have the spreads. But I highly recommend checking them out if you are looking for gift ideas for the foodies in your family, because this will be really, really popular. Here's the whiskey chunky. My husband's going to flip out when he sees these. Plus, they are so much more inexpensive than the ones I normally get him for Christmas. So make sure you check out Fine and Raw. I'll link their website down in my description box. They are a perfect foodies gift this holiday season. And of course, pick some up for yourself too, because you're going to want to try this. All right, so moving on to some more homemade gifts here. This, I am doing my famous, quote unquote, I'm famous, bread. My friend Lauren actually gave me this idea because I was telling her all the things I wanted to put together for people. And she's like, honestly, when I think about you, I think about baked goods, I think about sweets, and I think about your bread. And I was like, oh, okay. She's like, how many people have never tried your bread that are in your life that like you put it together? All they have to do is basically put the warm water with it and you're good. So I decided to do the garlic and rosemary one, and this smell was so good that I wanted to bake bread this evening. I just didn't have time. So I went ahead and threw this together. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I have a bread video up on my channel with a 3-ingredient bread. I, of course, will link that video down below because there's different breads in that video. I'll also link a gluten-free version down in the description box too. And I'll post what I'm doing here for the recipe on my blog. But basically just put the flour and salt and seasonings in a little jar. And then on the side, I'm putting the yeast. And then I'm just going to type up a little recipe card like I did for the cookies and send this off as a gift. This is just a half loaf. I think that's a lot easier to work with in the more fancier jars that I purchased. This one's also from the Dollar Tree. You could use recyclable jars. It doesn't matter. I'm actually going to use those here in a little bit. Use whatever you have on hand. It's nice just to keep things separate. And then I bought these bags at the Dollar Tree. I don't love them. I don't know. I'm not really into gift bags. Usually I try to give baskets or something that someone can repurpose. So I only got a couple of them because I did want to leave them at people's doorsteps. Oh, I picked up this mug at the Dollar Tree and this tea. Last year I did a basket for a book reader in my life, and I thought that would be really fun. I could also include a book with it as well. I like to regift the books that I really like that I've read, and vice versa. I love when people gift those to me because there's nothing better than a good book, and if someone's read it, awesome. They, say, hey, this is a good book. You should read this. But these bags just they weren't working, but I tried. I will most likely go get baskets because I feel again, you can repurpose a basket, you can regift a basket. The other thing I did last year is I made chili baskets. I shared a whole video with different gift ideas. I will also link that down below if you want to check it out. I try not to be redundant and obviously give the same things or even share the same things video to video. But this year, since I have, I feel like I have so many gifts to give, and I was trying to think of things that obviously, fit my personal budget, but also are very thoughtful. So I decided to do my homemade chili seasoning, and I'm going to make a bunch of these in different recycled jars. This is an old olive jar, I think, or maybe an asparagus jar, pickled asparagus. Gosh, now I don't know. And anyways, it doesn't really matter, but it's a cute little jar. I love it. I am going to make a bunch of my own chili seasonings, and then I'm going to include the recipe for my favorite chili and then tell them, you swirl, mix it, because obviously it's looking really pretty right now in the jar. You have to shake it and then add, 3 to 4 tablespoons per pot of chili. And I just think that's really fun, really thoughtful. And again, it's something someone can use. I love consumable gifts. I give mostly food gifts every year because they're the best thing. When people give me food, I'm so happy because I'm yes, you thought of someone in a different way. It's not going to take up space in my house. It's not going to take up space in my life. And then I'll love to make it and I'll think of you while I have it. And yes, I am making a big mess here with the chili powder. I'm not even sure what I'm doing at this point. Then all of a sudden I was oh, I could scoop it out. But let me know down below, what are your favorite gifts? What are you giving this year? Are you giving food, consumables? If you are, I would love to hear some of your ideas. Leave them in the comments below because everyone likes to read through the comments and get ideas. Okay, let's talk really quickly about the items that I purchased at the Dollar Tree, and then we'll head into the meals. So, spaghetti, $1.25, and it's a 20 ounce. I feel like this is a pretty good price for the size. If it was a 16 ounce, probably not, but compared to our local store, still a great price. 22 tortillas for $1.25. Again, I feel like that's a good price. I checked the Smith's app on these refried beans, and they were $1.25 at the dollar store. They were $1.79 at Smith's. So, and that's in the app. Sometimes the app is goofy, but I feel like they're still a lot cheaper at the dollar store. Enchilada sauce. Sometimes you can get a bigger or smaller can of 14 ounce for about the same price at the store. It was $1.69. So again, I feel like I saved quite a bit of money. This is for one meal. And then I got a little thing of peanut butter, some Green Giant mixed vegetables. I feel like you can get a bag of frozen vegetables for cheaper, but again, it saves me from running a place, and I'll give you guys an idea. So this is for another meal. I'm making some peanut butter noodles. If you wanted to go gluten-free, I did grab the rice just to share that with you. I always try to grab brown rice when I see it at the dollar store because you get 2 pounds, which is like half the price as our grocery store. And my husband likes brown rice. I do not. I talk about that all the time. But anyways, brown rice, I feel like this is a great deal. Even the white rice is a great deal for the 2 pounds. And sometimes I found 3 and 5 pound packages at the Dollar Tree, just depending on what they get in. So let's start with this first recipe. We're going to make a really simple peanut butter noodle. This is one of my husband's favorite dishes. We are going to add some different sauces with it. You don't have to. You could just literally do these 3 items and that's it. But we are going to add a little bit of teriyaki or soy sauce, just depending on what I have on hand, and a little bit of brown mustard. Boil the noodles, make the sauce, add the vegetables, and bam. This I would think would definitely be about 6 servings if I was eating it, and that brings it to about 60 cents per serving. We're gonna do a little bit of this green chili sauce to make it spicy. It'll also take some of the sweetness away. I would say it's a little less than a 1/4 cup. My mustard was almost gone, so I went ahead and just added some water to that. It was probably about 3 tablespoons that was in there, give or take. You don't have to be perfect, it's just a sauce. Go ahead and give this a good mix, and then once the pasta's done cooking, go ahead and add a little bit of the pasta water in here too. That starchy liquid will really make this sauce fire. You can also add a little bit of salt and garlic to this. I would taste test it, but your girl is allergic to peanuts, so I can be close to it, I just can't consume it. Okay, got my noodles all cooked. I saved some of the pasta water, probably about 1/2 cup, which I thought would be perfect. Add in our veggies and the sauce. Remember I told you about little mini spatulas from the Dollar Tree? This is one of them. Okay, this is the next recipe. We're going to do like a bean enchilada. We're just gonna take these refried beans, put them in the tortillas. We're gonna warm them up a little bit to make them soft. Pour this on the top, bake it in the oven. Yeah, you could definitely add some onions, green peppers, like a stir fry mix. You could do this with a side of broccoli. I'm just making this really quickly for my husband's lunch to take with him tomorrow. And I think this would serve definitely 6 servings if this was me eating this. If these were a corn tortilla, I could eat this because I do gluten-free. But overall, I feel like this is a really inexpensive, quick meal. You can add to it if you want to, but if not, it gives you a great base. And again, this is about 60 cents roughly per serving. You're gonna need a 9x13 baking dish, and I would spray it with some cooking spray so that way nothing sticks to it when you pop it in the oven. I'm gonna warm these in my microwave so they're nice and pliable. Like I said, there's 22 of them in here and they should all fit in that 9x13 baking dish. Okay, I'll tell you here in a second. I realized these were corn tortillas as soon as I started rolling them. I don't know why, But I don't associate white corn tortillas. I always associate white as flour tortillas. So my bad. Also, I appreciate the pop tops of cans so much. I'm willing to pay more for them because, man, that just like that effort. Oh, I also want to tell you, if you are looking for a really awesome holiday gift and you want to support your girl, as in me, check out the link down below. You can purchase all 5 of my ebooks for $7 through the end of the year. So treat yourself. If you like my recipes and you also want to support my channel, grab one of my ebook sales, $7 for all 5. I just realized that these are corn tortillas, and I had said if they were corn tortillas, I would eat them. So I'm gonna have some of these for lunch when this is all done. These were fantastic. Literally, these are going to go on repeat probably for the rest of the winter. 3 ingredients, a $3.75 meal. And I would tell you that children love these, but then I'd have to explain my life to you. So just try them out on your kids and tell me if I'm wrong. I feel like kids like simple things. It's so simple. And if your kids don't like spicy, just do a different sauce, even a salsa. Try it out. They're really good.